Namaste, all my dear students who are studying in Pokhariya schools and those who are watching these videos who are studying in other schools as well. Please continue to subscribe this channel and find new more videos. And if you have any comments, you can mention in the comment box. And if you have any confusion as well, while uploading the next new videos, I'll try to clarify from there. So through these videos, I'm going to present about health, population and environment education, class 10. This is related to unit 1, aspect of health, population and environment. Dear students, I continue to upload the videos. You have to continue to watch, and some tasks are given below. After watching these videos, you have to accomplish these tasks. And again, I want to repeat that if you have any confusion, you may mention in the comments, and while uploading another videos, I'll clarify that. Now let's talk about the aspect of health, population and environment education. Before I go to have a detailed discussion on this, I'll talk about the nature of health, population and environment education. Dear students, in class 9 as well, you have studied the nature of health, population and environment education. As you know that health, population and environment education is composed of 3 different subjects. And the nature of health, population and environment education is multidisciplinary. This means it is a subject consists of knowledge or contains from a variety of subject areas. All the contents related to humans, human health, sound environment come under this subject. In other words, HPE consists of different aspects which are related to various other subjects. Physical aspects, biological aspects, sociocultural aspects, science and technological aspects, political aspects, psychological aspects are some of the general aspects of this subject. To make the concept clear, I want to have a detailed discussion with these aspects, their interrelationship by means of this diagram. Dear students, you can see this diagram. As I already stated, health, population and environment education consists of 3 major subjects, or it is the integration of 3 major subjects: health, population and environment education. It is the integration of 3 major subjects. The subject matters of this subject also are derived from different other fields. Now, let us talk about the physical aspect. When we talk about the physical aspect of health, population and environment education, we have to know the areas or the content knowledge are derived from the physics. Physics, which is the broad area of knowledge. Under the physical aspects, we talk about natural aspects, artificial aspects, biological aspects. These are related to physics. Because of that, we can say HPE is multidisciplinary subject. When we talk about the biological aspects are related to the subject matters or contents and knowledge related to the biology. Biology studies about the plants and animals in detail. But in HP, some of the parts of the biology also are studied. Not only that, sociocultural aspect. Sociocultural aspect of HPE consists of the various contents and knowledge from sociology. Sociology is another broad discipline. So the relation between SPE and sociology, there is a relation between SPE and sociology because of some of the contents of the sociology are also studied in SPE. In the same way, economic aspect of HPE or health, population and environment education. Economics itself is a broad discipline. The subject matters of economics come under the subject matter of health, population and environment education. Many development activities carried out in the environment by the human. Different kind of income generating activities are carried out, or where there are more development activities, there are more opportunity for the income generation. When the people involved in the income generating activities, they can fulfill their needs. When they are able to fulfill their needs and their health status of them or quality of life of them is high. So economics or the contents, economic aspects are related to the different subject matter or knowledge related to economics. So we can say SP is multidisciplinary. Another broad field is science and technology. Dear students, science and technology in the 21st century, it occupies a broad area. Science and technology itself is a broad field of study. But some of the parts of science and technology are also studied in health, population and environment education. When we talk about the development activities, there is the use of modern science and technology. Different kind of instruments are used. Then science and technology, the subject matter of science and technology are used in population management as well and management of health problems. So the contents or knowledge related to science and technology are related to environment, health and population education in one or more other ways. Not only that, when we talk about psychological aspects, different kind of contents related to psychology are also the parts of health and health, population and environment education. When we talk about the psychological aspect or when we talk about the psychology, it refers to the attitudes, behaviors, or it studies about the mind and behavior of the people. The positive thinking or positive attitude is important for the betterment of the health, for the quality of life, as well as conservation of the environment education. If there is fresh environment, it makes positive impact in the people's thinking. Or if the people's thought is positive, if the people are positive, people are of the positive thinking, they remain positive in the environment conservation as well. In terms of psychological aspects, the recent example related to coronavirus. Coronavirus has created a kind of big threat all over the world. In order to combat with this problem, the whole population, people have to develop the positive attitudes. They should be safe and they should develop the activities. They should perform the positive activities so that they can be psychologically strong and they can fight with that disease as well. And another important aspect is political aspect. Dear students, the content of health, population and environment educations are related to political aspect as well. Politics. Politics is another broad discipline. In terms of formulation of policy, rules and regulation related to population management, management of the health problem, and environment conservation, different rules and regulations are necessary. And government at the local level, government at the province and federal level, they have to formulate policy. Just as at the present time, in order to predict the coronavirus disaster, different kind of COVID hospitals are being established, and different kind of holding center or quarantine are being established. This comes under the political aspect of health, population, and environment education. In short, the subject matter of health, population, and environment educations are related to the different other disciplines like politics, physics, biology, sociology, economics, science and technology, and psychology. Hence, we can say HPE is as a multidisciplinary subject. Now, let us have a look on the different aspects. In the previous slide, so we talk about that. Health, population, and environment education includes physical aspect, biological aspect, socio-cultural aspect, economic aspect, scientific and technological aspect, and psychological aspect. The detailed discussion of these aspects are done as follows. The first one is physical aspect. Dear students, physical aspect include biotic and abiotic aspects. Forest, pastures, aquatic and terrestrial living beings come under the biotic aspects. Natural aspects such as land, air, mountains, rivers, lakes come under abiotic aspect of environment. Artificial aspects like agricultural land, roads, building, canal, means of transport also come under the physical aspects. So physical aspect is one of the important aspects of health, population, and environment education. Next one is biological aspect. Dear students, biological aspect includes the various types of plants and animals available in different parts of the country. Because of the variation in climate, topography, altitude of the place, biological aspects are affected. Green forest in the Tarai, Alps in mountain, hills, various birds, animals, whether they are domestic or wild, also come under the biological aspects. Dear students, what you have to remember is that there is variation in biological aspects because of the climate, topography. In Nepal, there is variation in living being as well. Though Nepal is a very small country, but its altitudes, nature of the topography, there is variation. As there is the variation in climate, topography, and altitudes of Nepal, we can see there is a big variation in biological aspects. We can see different kinds of plants, animals, birds, etc. Next one is sociocultural aspect. Dear students, sociocultural aspects are related to the gifts of ancestors, our forefathers, who have started some customs, tradition that we are following now. Human being creates such aspects for the convenience of life. Temples, monasteries, mosques, churches, feasts, festivals, rites and rituals regarding birth, marriage, death come under sociocultural aspects. Next one is economic aspect. Students, economy. When you talk about economy, it is related to money. We need money, business, exchange of goods and services for our survival. People conduct various income generating activities. The money we get is essential to fulfill our needs and wants. Dear students, I want to join. I want to link the economic aspect of the world and Nepal in general. The whole world now suffering from coronavirus disaster, and Nepal is also suffering from that. And economic activities are badly affected by this disaster. Almost different industries, different factories are stopped, and it is very difficult for the people to survive on the lack of economic activities. However, economic aspect is one of the important aspect of health, population, and environment education. Next one, scientific and technological aspect. Since science and technology is related to human civilization, development of machine, manufacturing establishments, communication and transportation are the output of science and technology. Development of email internet in the field of information, communication, technology are also the great achievements. Telemedicine, virtual operation in health, e-learning in education, e-business in the field of commerce are also possible with the development of scientific and technology. Dear students, in terms of COVID disaster in Nepal, in other countries as well, different kind of activities are conducted on the basis of scientific and technological aspect, or e-business also being conducted here. And in the field of teaching and learning as well. Now, through this video also, I'm joining with you because of the technology. That's why, if in the context of Nepal, if all people were in the access of internet and email, all the students could be benefited even if in this kind of situation. But the developed countries who are suffering from COVID-19 problem, many activities are being conducted by means of the modern technology as well. So in the same way, in terms of treatment, in terms of prevention of that disaster also, there is the maximum use of those countries who are able to use the scientific technology maximally, and it is easier for them to control that problem. For example, China, which has been successful to control that as compared to other one. One of the reasons behind this is scientific and technological development. Now, come to the another one, political aspect. Formation of government, election, social welfare, resource allocation, budgeting come under political aspect. Fulfillment of basic needs, protection of human rights, formulation of various rules and regulations are related to politics. Various welfare programs in Gaonpalika, Nagarpalika level like literacy for women and differently ables are example of political aspects. In other words, I want to join a link again to the COVID-19. The nations who are conducting the activities related to the prevention, related to the control of COVID-19, if the governments could make immediate decision, if the government is able to formulate the important policy and they are successful to control that. But the countries where there is the political unrest, where it is very difficult to bring the good policy, Still, there are some chances of corruption. There is conflict in terms of policy making as well. And the leaders are not giving importance for the prevention or control of that disaster. The citizens are suffering a big problem there. In the context of Nepal also somewhere, though the government, there are the representatives from the people, different local levels, the organization at the central levels, they are performing the tasks. And yet in some places we can see there is a kind of disputes and people are suffering from different kind of problems, even in quarantine and in terms of treatment as well. So one of the reasons behind this is lack of good policy, lack of strong policy, lack of strong rules and regulation. So the political aspect is another important aspect of health, population, and environment education. Next is psychological aspect. Psychology deals with human thinking, attitude, and behavior. Availability of services and facility create positive and shortage create the negative attitude and behavior. These positive and negative attitudes are developed with the socio-cultural environment. Provision of education helps change the psychological aspect. Means positive thinking is important. Positive attitude is important, but negative attitudes create negative environments in the society. So at the present situation, there is overall impact due to COVID-19, and it is found that there is the psychological problem to the people of all age due to this. So to combat with this problem, it is necessary to strengthen their thinking, to develop the positive attitudes towards the people. WHO has declared that the problem of depression is increasing because of that. So the government at the local level, at the province level, at the central level, and the government of all country have to think and plan how to remove that kind of problems, how to develop positive thinking, positive attitudes. That is necessary to consider. That's why psychological aspect is another important aspect of health, population, and environment education. Next, now you have to see some of the questions. Dear students, you can watch this video, you can pause and read as well, you can listen as well and do these questions. I have given 3 short questions and 1 long answer question. Thank you for watching these videos. Regarding this, if you have any queries, if you have any comments, please don't forget to mention in the comment box, and I'll come with another new video in the next videos. I'll talk more about health, population, environment education, and I'll talk about the interrelationship between the different aspects of health, population, and environment